My name is Ronke Jane.
I'm Adeola.
And together we are the co-founders of Cultureville. So Cultureville is an African-inspired clothing and accessories brand that specializes in handmade items from West Africa.
I think before we started the incubator, we kind of tried to figure things out on our own. So a lot of learning through failure. I come from a legal background. Jane comes from like an IT background, yet our business is like fashion and events. So there was no one to teach us the actual steps to take. This is the best way to do your accounts. This is the best way to do HR. It feels so good to have somebody actually showing me kind of this framework. It's like you've been given like a way to just accelerate your business, and it's amazing.
You get the framework, but you get it from a kingdom perspective. Oftentimes we go to mentoring sessions and the people that we're hearing from don't have a relationship with God, but actually having someone who's built a business, a successful business, and has a relationship with God, that brings a whole different dynamic to it. And we get to speak Jesus into our business, and that adds so much. You go in and you want to be challenged because you want to come out of it improved. One of the things that we've gotten out of it is actually having like a critical look at our business, like where can we improve? What can we do to level up? You're in a space to grow, and sometimes growth is challenging and it's difficult, but you come out of it improved.
I think we've really been challenged to like think about how we show God in our business. When you're in a fashion and a creative sector, God is not always at the center. You'll mostly kind of interact with people who don't know God. Even in the middle of that, like still being a really good representative of God and being an ambassador for God and going out of your way to show that you love God. I think for us, we feel like, oh, of course we love God. We know we love God. But then having like Christian mentors come and say, I know you're a Christian, but I actually didn't notice that in your event. I think the network that we'll leave the incubator with is probably one of the best things, right? Is that there are other business owners who are Christians, who are going through the same struggles that we're going with, either people who have just recently faced those challenges or are about to face those challenges. And it feels amazing to be in a network of Christians that are going through that same journey.
The wealth of expertise of like the people who come in to speak to us has been incredible. Everything from marketing, HR, and like it's not just, you know, like a little talk here. It's like a deep, in-depth session, and you get to go into the nitty-gritty. You get to ask all the questions that you didn't have a mentor to ask that before. And so having people who are experts in their field talk to you, incredible. I think one of the practical things that we've taken away from the program and in looking at our business is where does our income come from as a business, and what are the places that we can multiply that income. And that's really helped us scale up because we've had to go back, take a look at the numbers, take a look at our advertising, take a look at our marketing, and really see, okay, this is where our income comes from, here's where we need investment, here's where we can scale up. So in that whole scaling up process, has been really, really practical.
It's been more than worthwhile. It's an incredible experience and we highly recommend it. From the very first session, we were amazed by how much we were getting out of these incubator sessions. We're amazed at how much knowledge, how much access, the sort of people that come and speak to us, people with MBEs or have met prime ministers, and like, it's just amazing to have access to these people and to have them be able to go on a one-on-one session with you, give you advice, go really in depth with you, talk to you about their relationship with God or similar challenges where they've had, you know, to choose between God and the world and like what looks good but what is good. And it's just been mind-blowing. I definitely think like we've gotten more than our money's worth. Like the value is unreal. Like if I left now, I would already have gotten my money's worth, but we've still got many more months to go. So yeah, it's just absolutely amazing and we really recommend it.
I think initially we were guests at the first like incubator session, and we sat in the room and we're like, no, we need this because we could already see the value that it had from the first session. And like as Adeola said, more than worth it. If you're thinking about it, do it.